have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. Joke with my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Giants. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Nice little juke. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to run.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Dart going to give to Scatteroo. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Giants looking for win number 2 on the year. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
To throw is Dart. A rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Hook made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 46, here's second down and 8.
Round 80!
Now Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does its job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. Now Allen again. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. To throw, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Throwing now is Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his dart. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he's got this down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Cook running right. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Coleman a very strong gain of 24.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Allen. And this is caught for the Bills touchdown. Sam Laporta, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Makes the score Bills 7, Giants 7. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To throw, Dart. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Josh Downs from 3 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Jake Bailey is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the air, Allen has his man, it's Shakir. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Allen going to change it up. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is caught by Laporta. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Allen going to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And again, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. The Lutz will look to add the extra point. he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bills 14, Giants 7. Will Lutz set to kick
After the
off.
touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Dart. Escapes the sack. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Here's Allen to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. Well, this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sam Laporta, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now Dart. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Dart. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Alert!
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
The Bills are lining up for a
Allen will try to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To the air, Dart. This pass left side to Downs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing his Dart. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Seven Pirates, 18 cards.
To throw now, Dart. And he fends him off. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And now they'll shift things around.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Dart. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 4th down, here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Allen. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
319,
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sam Laporta, 35 yards. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. What's good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
And that's caught inside the 35. Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Giants 14. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Panther left, Viking 18. Ready, ready.
Play action. Now Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
A gain
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Cook. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And a terrific return as he brings us all the way back to the 30.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Down at the 25. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Cook up the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. To throw, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Dart. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Dart. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. By Terrell Bernard. And they take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Cook. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Dart going to look to throw here. finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Giants on the pickup of 14.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
60 Eagles.
Throwing his dart. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, and he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Working out of the gun is Dart. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready up. Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Robbed home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.